Hey guys, how's it going? This is I'm gonna probably title this something like Fusion Haaaa, my live Fusion Haaaa, except it's not live because unfortunately, for some reason, McDonald's Wi-Fi is really trippy. So I tried to go on live a minute ago, didn't quite work out. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of draw and talk a little bit. Normally, with the channel, it works as a Monday, Thursday type thing, or Monday. I'll normally do something related to writing or a book I've read or something like that, different things. Then on Thursdays, I'll usually do a story time, and then on Saturdays, I usually do a live draw. Well, and I know I've said this several times over the course of the few weeks. I just changed positions in my job, so it's been really interesting because I kind of threw my schedule off again. So this week I worked pretty much the whole week, and then I was off today, and then I won't be off again until next Friday because that'll be my regular scheduled weekend off or whatever. And so I'll be off Friday and Saturday from here on out. So anytime, of course, there's a change in my job, of course, that messes with my schedule a bit. So I just want to put that out there. So I'm not trying to slight you guys, trust me. Whether you are involved in the land of books, whether you're involved in the land of piping, whether you're involved in the land of just being a fan of this channel, whichever one you are, I greatly appreciate you for doing it. So anyway, I'm kind of drawing in the background while this is going on so I can show y'all kind of what I'm working on. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm working on. I'm going to give you my story of the week, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've got after I get that done. So anyway, I'm in the process actually of working on a comic book. That's the next thing that I'm working on. So, and I've just released, obviously, Santa's a Spy. It's out on Amazon. If you want to go check that out, please support it. I greatly appreciate anybody wanting to support that. I feel like it's my best work to date, and I don't just say that because I wrote it. Although I guess I have the right to say that, but it really, I think it's really going to be awesome. I think if you've ever wondered what Santa Claus does during the year when he's not being Santa Claus and doing the Santa Claus stuff, then you're definitely going to enjoy it. And more than anything, it's just something that I think is really cool and different, and it also teaches a very cool lesson about giving, because I think a lot of kids can benefit from being willing to give instead of receive all the time. Especially during the holidays, you always see people giving gifts and things like that. And sometimes, especially if we're honest with ourselves, we're giving gifts to people we don't necessarily even like. And so it's kind of funny, a lot of times people will always say, well, why are you getting them a gift, if you don't like them? And it's like, well, it's expected. So, anyway, so if you can, please pick it up. I greatly appreciate it. Getting close to 100 subscribers. Remember, guys, I am going to probably link it down below, but I do have a 100 subscriber contest, so I haven't seen any videos yet. So I'm waiting on that. I want to see who has the best video for which one of my stories or which one of my videos, live draw videos, or whatever you enjoy the most. And just let me know in a video response. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see who participates in that, because one of you guys are going to win one of my books autographed by yours truly. So that's that. Anyway, so this week's story time is, I think, one of the cooler story times I had. I think last week I talked a lot about my birthday. So this week I want to kind of talk about my opportunity to, it's really kind of cool opportunity, talk about some teachers in my life growing up. I had a couple who were really awesome teachers. They were Miss Betty Jackson and Miss Susan Donahue. And they were teachers that really believed in me in spite of me. And so they would go out and they would go out and do different things and work with me. I mean, even, they had another teacher named Pam Lanham, who was also involved in different things like that. And there were a lot of different teachers, all of them, even in my high school years. I had a guidance counselor named Miss Emma Batts that really was inspirational to me, because she was one of those, she knew there was a lot against me, but she also didn't let me hide behind my excuses, because she knew what I was capable of. And she would always tell me, William, you have to be the hero in your own story, because if you let other people write your story, then you're never going to have a happy ending, because other people may not support you always, no matter what you do. So, you always have to be the hero of your own story. So don't let anyone else write it for you. And so, whenever I heard different things in my life growing up, I always thought that I wouldn't amount to much for a long time. but these are the people in my life that really kind of inspired me to write. They continually inspire me to believe in myself, even when I don't feel like I should believe in myself or anything else. Even when other people may not believe in me, because they took the road less traveled and decided to believe in a kid who a lot of people in society said I wouldn't do much. And I know because when I was going to school, when I was growing up and everything, one of the things that happened to me in the early ages is back in the 70s they tested you a lot. And so when I tested, sometimes I process things a little bit slower than other people. You may or may not notice that sometimes. There'll be moments where I'll stop talking in the middle of a thing, and it's because I'm trying to process information. And it's nothing against the information, it's nothing against me, it's just I process information slower than others at moments. But the thing is that they put it out there like I was retarded, and that was the use they used back then. I'm not making excuses for it now, but that was the way they termed it back in the time when I was growing up, back when I was younger. Well, anyway, so they said I would never be able to function on my own. They said I would never be able to produce anything on my own. I'd never be able to live on my own. I'd never be able to work on my own. I'd never even be able to don't even think about secondary education. I would never be able to get it. And all these things that the state of Tennessee told me I couldn't do. Well, people like these teachers, people like my guidance counselor in high school, knew about this, but they didn't let me live there. And so, they taught me a lot, about just what's your narrative, what's your story, So that's a lot of times I tell y'all these things. I share these things with you because, and if you take nothing else away from this, don't let anyone else write your story but you. Anybody who knows me understand when I say that, it's because of your choices, is what I mean by that. But the reason I say that is because I believe that God has a story for us, those of us who follow Him, those of us believe in Him. We know He's part of that story too. And so don't feel like I'm trying to say, don't believe that God has part in the story, because He does. But if you don't follow that track in living, I understand. So write your narrative. Don't let somebody else write it for you. I don't care whether it's somebody you love, somebody that you're not sure on, somebody that doesn't love you a lot at all, somebody that could be an enemy. Don't let somebody else write your story. So that's the main thing I want to leave off with. And this is what I'm drawing. As I said earlier, I'm working on a comic book for Pencil Ninja. So there's Pencil Ninja there. And then there is a character who may or may not be the Easter Bunny. Because I'm still working on the story for it, so I've not got all my ducks in a row, but I'm working on that. So if you like what you see, let me know. I greatly appreciate it. Anyway, guys, as always, take care. I love you. Above all else, be blessed to be a blessing to somebody, guys. Fusion Haaaaa. Till next time.